in result. You never might actually know which days out of this 3 months would bring you your breakthrough. You literally have to consistently follow up and follow through. So the first one here is your daily structure. Yes, lead generation. I think I had a session here, was it last month or last 2 months, where we spoke about how to get leads and generate leads. So we'll just recap on that, right? So they said number one is lead generation. You can use 1 hour, 2 hours of your time to get this. This is where your business starts. No leads, no closing. If you've made a sale here, you definitely know that if you don't have a lead, definitely you would not close. If you don't even have a lead, how will you follow up? Who are you going to give your urgency and scarcity strategy to? So you need to make sure that there's a lead. And how do we get this lead? You know, calls, text message, or DM. I spoke about this, I think, 2 months ago with some people here. So I said your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, they are not just there for fancy. I mean, you have people that are following you, you have your followers that you can literally DM on a daily. DM them the product you have, be it a video of yourself talking about this product, be it a flyer, that you've personalized, send it to them on a daily. Make sure that 10 to 20 people get these flyers on a daily, and make sure it's not beyond 20, because sometimes Instagram or Facebook would flag your account, right? So use Instagram, use Facebook or LinkedIn to reach 5 new people, walk a neighborhood, hand out flyers, or talk to 1 or 2 people, post in group. Thinking of buying or selling, that's like an example I just wrote there, right? You have all these things to your leverage. You literally don't have to, go face to face if you don't want to. You have social media to take use as your advantage, because it has made a lot of things easier for us now. So first and foremost, lead generation is very important. And here's a very clear detail of how you can, get people interested in your product. So we'll move to the next one. The next daily plan is your follow-up and relationship building. 30 minutes, 1 hour, depending on what works for you, right? But trust me, 30 minutes a day, it's good. If you want to go beyond 30 minutes, that's fine. The money is in the follow-up. Most deals happen because of follow-up, right? Now, okay, let me use myself as an example. I ran an ad um, for 3 days, because people tell you, oh, you can use 10,000 naira and above to run an ad and then you get results. And I did that, and I think I got three or four responses from that ad. Now, if I do not follow up with these people, there's a 100% chance, not even 90% chance, that they might not even get back to me or even talk to me again, because I'm not the only real estate consultant out there. There's 1,000,001 out there that, if their follow-up game is stronger than mine, they will literally go with those people, right? So it's important that you follow up with those leads that you've gotten, because there is also a chance that from your DMs, you will get at least 1 or 2 response in a week when you do that, right? Follow up with yesterday leads, voice note or text past clients, check on them, give them and ask for referrals, right? If there's anything I've learned in the course of the journey, is that, most of these people that have money, they really don't get gifts on a daily basis. So you on your own, if you go out of your way to give them as little as a pen or even a jotter or a mug, just to say, oh, thank you for patronizing me. I really appreciate you. You're registering yourself in their mind. And when they have someone that wants to buy, you are the first person that literally comes to their mind. And I said the voice note, the text past clients, you can send voice notes to your clients, checking up on them, or your new leads, just to follow up with them, text them if need be, send a video if need be. So for the video part, I think our next one is okay, we're going to get visibility. But before we get there, let's talk about market study. If you know me now, I will always tell you, know what you're selling. I hate to sound like a fool. I actually hate to sound like a fool. I don't want to be in a conversation with someone and I'm literally just speaking and not making sense, right? So it's always important that you study the market, read about your document, read about what the market is saying, you know, and all of that. It's important. Market study, 30 minutes. Like I said, you can go above that, but 30 minutes a day, it's a good way to start, right? Become the go to expert that everyone turns to. Gain an in depth understanding of your market. So it's even it's a thing of shame that you're talking to a client and the client, it's okay for your client to know more than you, but it's literally absorb for you not to even know anything about the market in which you're selling. So it's important that you read about the market, know the product that you're selling. I said, familiarize yourself with the laws governing real estate in Nigeria and how they can impact your client, right? Understand the various property titles and what each one signifies. It's important. Don't just say it's gazette, it's survey, it's deed of assignment, it's C of O, it's governor's consent. You literally need to know what each and every of these documents represent, how they can help and or harm your client, even if they are buying a survey property or they are buying a deed of assignment property, what next? What should they do next, to perfect these titles and, avoid any future problems. So it's important that you study the market on a daily. Do this at least from all of this time frame we've had. We've had 30 minutes here. We've had 30 minutes here. That's 1 hour. We've had 1 hour here. I said one or two hours. So we've already had like 2 hours because I section everything into 2 to 4 hours daily. You don't have to spend the whole day doing all of this. You can just section it into 2 to 4 hours, and you're good to go, because take it or leave it, you're building something within you that you might not even know you are, you know. So the next one is your content and visibility. It's essential for people to recognize you as a trusted agent, given the prevalence of scams in the real estate sector. Most clients prefer to know who they are purchasing from to foster a personal relationship and build trust. Now, I said post a short story or reels, e.g., 3 first-timer buyers tip, or just store the three-bedroom gems in an area, right? So you don't have to even make it about properties all the time. From what you've studied earlier, I remember I was talking about market study. You could come create content about it, inform your clients, make an awareness, and post, right? So it doesn't have to be all about come and buy. Go out there, read, study, create it into content, transform it into content, and post. Go live weekly or share behind the scene, right? So for those who love to go live, fine, perfect. I personally, I hardly do that. I hardly go live, right? But there are a lot of realtors who love to go live on a weekly basis. That's amazing. Do that if you can. Share behind the scenes of, probably you go on a group inspection. You can go live there, or you can share behind the scene of it, or maybe you're creating professional content, and you could just do a rough content and create something together and post out there. Share testimonials, quick tip, listening, or personal moments. Build trust. Let them know whom they're dealing with. Let them know that, okay, this person knows what they are doing. It's important that you are visible. It's important that you create content, right? Sometimes it doesn't have to even be a video content. If you know how to do your copywriting very well, fine, go ahead, put out your content one way or the other. It's important that you do that. So the next one here is skill development. Make the most of your time while others are scrolling. Equip yourself with script, objection handling techniques, boost your confidence. Dive into a video on real estate to familiarize yourself with the terminologies. I gave examples here. Say practice 2 to 3 real estate scripts, focusing on cold calling, effective follow-ups. Watch a YouTube training session or read 10 pages from a real estate book. Engage in role playing with a fellow agent or friend for hands-on experience, right? So this is basically about you going online, finding materials that's relating to your field, read about it, learn about it, you know, what words to use, what words not to use, you know. This would even help you boost your confidence. It's there's something it does to you. You know, when you know what you're doing, like you're confident about it, you can stand anywhere and talk about it because of course you've trained yourself. I mean, nobody is born perfect. Most people you see out there doing excellence is because they've dedicated their time into training themselves to become who they are today. You know, you don't just wake up one morning and you are the what word would I use now? You are the best among your peers. It's because you've literally dedicated your time. You've given your all, even in the face of adversities. You've been there, you've been steadfast, you know. Even when failure came knocking, you were there. You were just learning something, doing something with yourself. You didn't allow the situation to weigh you down. Trust me. For everything we sow in life, will definitely reap. There's a reward for it. And most importantly, the one I love the most is mindset, daily affirmation. What is your mind saying? When your inner self is telling you you can't, what are you saying to yourself, right? Above all, your mindset accounts of 2% of your effort. Your determination and readiness are crucial. Confidence gives you a competitive advantage in real estate. You have to be confident. It's important. You have to be confident. What happens in those situations where your peers are making sales and you are not making sales? You know, your mindset is very important. Trust me, it might mess you up if you are not strong enough to withstand the test of time. So I added a daily affirmation here. I said I attract value clients every day. My client values me. You can say it with me if you want to. Hello, can anyone hear me?
Loud and clear, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You can
I
hear
Yes.
you.
attract valued clients
Clients,
every day. My clients value
my
me.
clients
I
values me. I
attract
attract
money.
money.
I love
Money
money
loves
and money loves me back.
I
I
close
close
many
many sales a
sales a
year.
year. I make smart decisions. Selling houses come easily to me. I'm becoming more
To me, I am becoming more successful
successful
every minute.
every day. So it's important that every morning when you wake up, right? You know, for one thing, I'm grateful for the foundation where I started real estate from because most of those things were impacted in us right from there. You know, you never might, you see, the power of affirmation is so powerful that you cannot fathom, right? On days where you are literally everything is just going haywire, you know, and you're just affirming to yourself that this is it. This even when it's not looking like it, you're telling yourself that this is it. You know, it goes a long way. It goes a long way to boost your mindset and your confidence. Record your victories, lesson learned, and goals. You know, because sometimes those are what keeps you going, right? I mean, I was able to do this before. I can do it again. If I did this, it wasn't by luck. I mean, you sold first, you did second sale, you did third, fourth. That's not luck. That's you. That's you. So you can't do it over and over again. Record your victories. They would come in handy, you know. Visualize your upcoming closings and how it feels. I said, dream, my friend, dream. It's okay to dream. Dreaming doesn't cost you anything. Rather, there's something it does to your mindset, you know, when you know that, I did this thing before, I can't do it again. You know, visualize what you want to use. I'm one person that spends money even before seeing the money. I will literally analyze. I'm sure I'm not the only one. We're like 80% of people that does that. I would analyze what and what this money that is coming will do to me, what I would use it for, even with before seeing the money. It's okay to dream. I mean, it makes you feel good. Get to work and watch your dreams become reality. So now I'm going to share the weekly plan I created, right? So for those who probably you work from home, you don't work with a company, even when you work with a company and you're not being given a template to follow through, you know, this is something that you can do for yourself weekly for 3 months. And please, let's see if you will not see the results. It's not possible. right? So Monday, focus on your calls, your content, and your emails, right? Tuesday, tour properties, go out to gather listings and create content. Work on your networking by sending out referral messages. I think the last time we spoke, we spoke about referrals, talking to your friends, your family, you know, asking them to give you referrals, and in turn, they probably get a particular incentives when they do that. Work on your networking by sending out. Okay, no, Thursday, right? Host an Instagram live or post a market update. Friday, review your numbers and refine your strategies. Right? What works for me best this week? In which areas did I get results? Did I get more clients from Facebook when I sent out my DMs? That's for your Mondays. Focus on your calls, right, and content, and then emails. Did I get more clients from Instagram? Did I get more clients from LinkedIn? Do I want to focus more on LinkedIn? Do I want to learn more on LinkedIn on how to get more clients? Or did ad work for me? Did email marketing work for me? Did cold calling work for me? Did content creation, did it work for me? Just sit down and identify which approach works best and how you can improve and get more results from that approach. Saturday, hangouts and network, or simply share your flyers. Create flyers. Don't always depend on the companies to give you flyers. Create one yourself if you can. Go out there, share your flyers, right? I mean, this is your hustle. There's no shame in it. Go out there, do it. Sunday, reflect, rest, prepare for the upcoming week. So that is basically it. Simple and clear, right? I'm done.
Wow. Please, let's put a round of applause for our speaker. I'll be
Wow,
moderating.
wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Every clap, every clap, every clap,
Yes.
every clap, every
Give
clap.
a
Every
thank
clap,
you. Give
every
a thank
wow, 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 wow.
you. So, do we have any questions before we round up?
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Do we have any questions? Before we round up, please?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. I have a question. May
Go
I?
ahead. Go ahead with your question.
Yes, sir. For someone that doesn't have this, like, the liberty due to work and like, a very tight schedule, like that Saturday is something I've been like looking forward to because I've also seen somewhere else where, you ought to make a day out at least in the week for networking. But say, okay, now physically I can't really generate leads because of my work schedule and like my working environment. Is there, like, aside social media, is there any other way I could probably find a way to, get around my work and approach this? Thank you.
Okay, come again, Mo. Like you said, because of your work schedule, right? Does your
Yes,
work
ma'am.
schedule not allow you to get access to your phone, or does it not allow you to go out there? Which one?
It doesn't know. I have access to my phone, but even the access to my phone is quite limited because it's kind of the job is not like I don't know how to put it. There's not really a job description based on it's because it's a ranch, you have to look after livestock and all this. You cannot really
Oh,
predict what the animals are going to do. So, and you have to give them food, you have to give them water, you have to clean up, you have to do a whole lot of other things. Then, like, there might just be a request like, oh, okay, there's a construction going on site. We have to, give a hand, we have to help out, we have to assist. With that kind of on unstructured working condition, like, I don't even have time to network, basically. Like, I cannot even create a structure like, okay, I want to follow this daily routine. Okay, I can make time for calling, cold DMs. I can make time for social media, but like the physical approach is quite like absent. So I don't know if you have an advice for me.
That
Thank you.
physical approach, since based on your working space, right? So the best thing for you right now is to literally just focus on social media, right? Let your money do the work for you. Make sure that you're running ads, right? Since there's no way that you can go out there and talk to people. And sometimes, see, I've gotten to understand that we tell ourselves that we cannot, meanwhile we can, right? I tell people that, or rather, I tell myself that I don't have to make things complicated for myself when I know that I'm telling myself I cannot do this. Meanwhile, if I'm determined to, then I can. We are literally our own limits. We are the ones that place limits in our minds, right? There are things. I just sit sometimes and I tell myself that you're underrated though, because there's some things that you feel that you cannot. And but when you project yourself to it, you will. So more, I feel like you are telling yourself that you cannot. It doesn't have to be every week. You can find out 2 days out of that week. Don't you go on breaks, Mo? People don't have like days off, or it's from Monday to Sunday, 4 times in a week.
There's really no days off, and if I'm taking days off, I'm probably like I've already bookmarked the whole movement. I'm probably going to check up on my mom, check up on my baby sister.
So,
I'm checking up on my baby. Like you said,
Okay.
you
Like we
you have
said, focus on
social
social
media.
media. But me, so I don't want to give you a British praise. On your way to your mom, to your sister, to your baby sister, hold your flyer and be giving out to people like you're going for evangelism.
No cap.
All
so
right.
just to add, thank you very, very much, Bisola, for that. Just to add, just as she has said, everything is priority. So
Yeah.
the truth is, even the social media follow calls and the likes, if you don't prioritize it, you will not do them. For your code DMs, you may have to wake up earlier than you used to send those things ahead, then respond during the day at your available time. Then, just as she said, going to your mom's place. Well, this way, I want to comment. Is it impossible for you to spare 30 minutes? I say this 30 minutes around my environment. I just want to see who I can approach and say, yeah, talk to them about real estate. This is an easier step than done.
Yeah.
Or if you put your mind, you can do
You
it.
put your mind to it, you can.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Okay, so once again, thank you very, very much, Bisola. I want to highlight this. In the group, we have over 200 persons, and every day we have an average of 20 persons. The highest we had first 2 days, we had over 30 persons. What does that tell you? It's a ratio of 1%, sorry, 10%. When you want to go into when it comes to results, let's use 1%. 1% of let's even use 10%. 10% of 20 persons right now is two people. It's not we that make the rule. It is a general rule. Pareto spacing rate is 20. Only two people here. We actually apply the things that we learned from this session. Only two. Like you actually follow through the things that you have learned for this 14 days. Only two persons. I want to challenge you that you will be among the two persons. We are over 10 persons. We are over 18 persons. Like 17
Challenge
persons.
accept.
Decide that you be among the two persons to apply the things that you learned. So to round up, I can say, whoa, Mr. Moses of the call, thank you for joining. So to highlight, we are going to give certificates to the persons that showed up for the last 3 days. Certificates will be given out to you to certify you for showing up for this session. Also, we promised a realtor onboarding platform for you on Rectangles. We'll onboard you fully on the 31st of this month. That 31st, you are going to get access to the dashboard. Remember, you have access to send automated emails. Yes, you have access to send automated emails. We are still looking at that of SMS as well. But now, automated emails should be made available, and then you can use the platform for any other business activities. So 31st of this month, 7 p.m. That's also the day you will get your certificates. So put that in mind. One say thank you everyone. Um, we've done a lot this 40 minutes. It's now up to you. I'm telling you for free, like it's only two people, two that will follow through on everything that we've learned here. Lastly, we agree that there will be no recordings for free. However, we've looked at for persons that have been committed and will be available on the 31st, we will make available all the 14-day recording on the rectangle platform. So you get to have access to it, watch it, watch it, watch it as well. Only those available for the recording on the 31st of this month, 7 So that being said, I don't know, do we have any questions? Any questions you want to ask? Any questions, any contribution, any word, any vote of thanks? This is your chance to say.
Sorry, I know I'm like the loudest mouth on this event, and I'm glad I am. Big shouts once again, appreciation. Thank you, Mr. Joe. Thank you, Mr. Jake. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Miss Olabisi. Big appreciation to all the moderators, the speakers. It was really amazing. Giving an opportunity. Not everybody will make it in life, Sha. So I just want to say big thanks, vote of thanks to Rectangle also for giving us this discounted program. It really means a lot. And thank you for showing up all through the 14 days. God bless.
I know why Mr. Moses is laughing because he said not everybody will make it in life. But it's true. So, but that applies.
Exactly, guy.
Someone asked if the slide is available. I have already shared the slide. Check the book. You see the slide. I just shared it. So I don't know. Is it Shegun, Mr. Olusegun Timothy? Please, your hand is raised. You can ask the question.
Okay, good morning. I don't have a question. I just want to like thank the convener of this training um and for today's class. I'm so grateful because like this is like the issue I've been facing in my in the industry because I don't really have a structured plan to go about like my weekly plans to go about what I do. So I'm so grateful for today's class. Thank you very much.
But thank you. I just want to emphasize that see, when somebody knows what they are doing, it makes things very, very simple. Who will agree that the process that she gave is the most simplified marketing, sales, closing process you can ever apply? Even including your learning, you will not see it anywhere. And it's very simple. You can do the daily plan and the weekly plan and apply it for the next 90 days. I think it's the best you find anywhere. So yes, we've shared the slides on WhatsApp. Thank you, Mr. Olusegun, for that feedback. So do we have any? Oh, thank you. We are seeing a lot of thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Thank you, Faith. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Thank you, Mr. Moses. Thank you. Thank you. So Valerie, please, what's your correct name? You can send it to me via DM on WhatsApp. I don't know if you can hear me, Valerie. Your full name, the way you want it to be. Or someone again, the person has only a single name. But for the rest of us, our full names are here. You don't have to worry. If your name is not the name you want to show on your documents, please send a DM of the name that you want for your certificate. So that being said, I want to say thank you everyone. Who will agree that we love the fact that the trainings are always very short? You can easily go back to the program and apply, reuse. So thank you everyone. Thank you Bisola for this fantastic 2 days. Thank you for everyone that showed up for the past 15 days. And we cannot say thank you enough without saying thank you to our speakers, even Mr. Mo, that despite the potent value. I think Mr. Mo's session was the session that had the most thank you, vote of thanks and appreciation. But yet, he's still showing up to learn. He has to show the love that. So I want to say thank you to every of our speakers. So again, 31st, you will meet and you will onboard you and you also get your certificates. Yes, your certificates for participation. I wish us all a very successful remaining days. Have a great day, everyone.